What's going on, everybody? So as you saw in the title, chaos, anxiety, and clutter. 3 things that I can't stand. That's what I'm going through right now. So unfortunately and fortunately, we're moving out of our other unit. We're getting things situated. And this is what I have to deal with right now. It is just an absolute disaster. Trying to find space where space doesn't exist is very difficult, but we're doing the best we can. On a positive note, I think I finally got the fab area just about 100% set up. So we'll give you a semi-long shot of it, but that's basically what it looks like. We'll take you on a quick tour of it. So it starts over here. We got the injector machine, which is blocked in by more clutter. Then we move on to the MIG welder. It has its own plug. We have the welding table with the infamous under table that everybody loves to mention in the comments. Yeah, there's a lot of scrap down there, but that scrap comes in handy. And of course the radio. The TIG welder. The big disc sander. The grinder. The Supermax. Now, a lot of you guys hear me saying Bridgeport a lot. This is not actually a Bridgeport. That's a name that's been given to them because they are basically Bridgeport clones. Now, what this is called is it's called an upright knee mill. So basically you have a knee, which is this whole section down here that holds the table, and then you have the vertical mill section of it. So it's basically a giant drill press that you can move the table back and forth on. This one has a digital readout, a few other odds and ends, but it is made by a company called Supermax. And Supermax was a company based in Taiwan who cloned the Bridgeport and actually did a really good job with it. Supermax was used in a lot of industry where Bridgeports weren't feasible, and especially when Bridgeport kind of sort of stopped manufacturing, they took over the deal. But this machine is finally here, and the best part about it is they all work now. The lathe, nice little South Bend engine lathe, 13-inch swing. Nothing huge, but that as well works beautifully. So we got all that stuff wired. We got our air lines hung. We got all the plugs in. We got the fab cabinet up, the fabinet as I like to call it, with all of our bungs from -6 all the way up to -16. And we got some titanium stuff. We have exhaust flanges. We have some V-band stuff. We got a ton of vibrant piping, some titanium, a few other odds and ends. But yeah, for the most part, the fab area is completely done. And we don't really have too much more to do in here. I wanted to make sure that I got this area done because I have some projects coming up that need this particular area like badly. I think, judging by what I'm looking at in here and how much is driving me nuts that there's so much shit on the floor, I may get some pallet racking or something and put it up over the toolbox so that I have some extra up high storage. This place can definitely function. It's just a matter of finding and putting everything where it belongs. And for the last 3 days, we've been putting 150 pounds of shit in a 1-pound bag and trying to make it all work. So I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little anxious. Things are a little cluttered. I keep tripping over stuff. It's driving me insane. So I'm hoping in the next, I don't know, tomorrow or this weekend to get everything finally organized, get it where it needs to go, put everything in its home, and then I have a couple other odds and ends that I have to get done. Like, this is one of the projects that I'll be working on tomorrow or this weekend. This is out of a Miata. This broke off. He hit a speed bump, snapped that off of there, so that'll be fun. Welding a nice giant chunk of cast aluminum. Hopefully, of course, that particular area is soaked in oil, which is amazing. So that one's going to be fun. And yeah, we got some stuff. We got a machine up on the Bridgeport. So basically, guys, you're probably not going to see these machines anytime soon in any videos because these have been in storage for almost a year. Now, I oiled them and cleaned them and everything else about a month before we moved, and then I had 2 big jobs on both of these machines. So that's why they're covered in chips right now, because when I moved them, I moved them, that was it. So we got to clean them, we got to tear them down a little bit. I got to retram the head on the Bridgeport because we swung it down to get it out of where it was, so I have to line all that back up, tram it all in. The lathe should be fine. I'm just going to have to do a ton of cleaning. I mean, the bed is covered in shavings right now. The ways are covered in aluminum shavings. Now, luckily, I machine mostly aluminum, so it doesn't damage the ways as quickly, but we're going to get all that stuff cleaned up before we even bother using these machines. They do both turn on, they work perfectly, so that's a good sign. So yeah, I didn't want to make this video too long. Just kind of a quick little update on what's going on here. Trying to get you guys some content, like I said, at least once a week. It's not going to be anything spectacular right now, but if you want to see what's going on, that's what's going on. We got these ladders hung here for Sherry, because in all this mess, the only thing she wanted to do was hang the ladders. So we got the ladders hung. So we're good. But now we just have to figure out what in the flying F we're going to do with the rest of this disaster. So stay tuned, guys. Hopefully soon, within the next few days, maybe a week, this will all be organized, it'll all be clean, it'll all look presentable, and I can do business in here without having massive anxiety. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, have a good night. I'm gonna go edit this, upload it, and yeah, for your viewing pleasure on this Thursday before Good Friday. Hopefully it's a good Friday for everybody. I don't know what happens because I don't, whatever, but if you're out and you're drinking, be safe, don't drive, you know the drill. But I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.